Serviced accommodation is absolutely smashing it for me right now. On this video, I'm going to break down 5 things I consider when setting my nightly rates to make sure that I get that big cash flow. Let's get into it. Number 1, you've got to calculate your net rate that's going to make this a deal. So let's take an example. Your guaranteed rent or mortgage is £1,000. Your property bills, not your SA ones, not the cleaning, not the linen and that, just the property stuff, let's take £500. That would mean I would want to be able to cover £1,500 at 50% occupancy. So if I take £100 per night times 30 nights, that's 3 grand. If I was only full half the time, okay, I would be breaking even at the 1,500. That means this is a deal. That means that is the bottom nightly rate net to me that I can have. Okay, if it's any lower, I'm gonna then need to have a higher occupancy, and it's like, that's not a deal. Okay, so the first thing you do is you figure out that figure and you write it down. The second thing you've got to do then is look if that's feasible. So let's look at comparables, other properties that are like yours, see what they're charging. And a great exercise here is to get a spreadsheet, to go through a property and not only see what their nightly rate is, but see what their cleaning fee is, see what the commissions might be for the online travel agent, and see if their rate increases as you increase the amount of guests. So typically, if you've got a property that's going to sleep 6 guests, the price should go up incrementally as you increase the guests because there's more linen, there's more people. I don't know about you, but I've stayed in a hotel before when, you know, they thought it was just 1 guest, and then I've got there with my wife and it's been like, oh, actually, it's an extra £40. There's 2 of you. Okay, so you want to just make sure that you're benefiting from that incremental price. So once you've got this spreadsheet, then you're going to see if the £100 is realistic. If everybody else is charging £200, you think, yes, got a deal. If everybody else is charging £50, you're like, that's not going to work. Now, another key little hack is check what hotels are charging in the area, okay? Because once again, we're competing with hotels, particularly if you've got a smaller unit. So you want to make sure that you're competitive, because some travel lodges, they can do like £45 a night. So if we need to charge 100, it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Third thing you've got to do then is account for cleaning. And the reason I don't incorporate the cleaning costs in the standard expenses is because we don't know how many stays we're going to get yet. If you just get a monthly booking, 1 whole month, they might not want any cleans, which means you'd only clean the property once. In a lot of my monthlies, we'll do it every week or every 2 weeks. So you're not going to be able to physically calculate how many cleans to incorporate. To the same extent, if you're doing nightlies and you've got 30 nightly stays, your cleaning expenses are going to be through the roof. So what I like to do is just add the cleaning fee to the guest from the net rate that I need. Disclaimer, this is where it gets interesting. If your competitors are only charging £120 and you need 100 to make this a deal, typically when you add the £40 or £50 cleaning fee onto the guest, you're going to lose the ability to be competitive. So once again, that could be another deal breaker. In that instance, you need to find a way to add more value so that you can charge more, or you need to find a way to get the guaranteed rent, the mortgage, good luck with the mortgage, or the bills down so that you can create that spread. Number 4 is an interesting one. I was speaking to somebody this week and they completely missed this, but in SA, you are going to have OTA commissions, online travel agent commissions, and eventually you're also going to have VAT. At the moment, the time of this video, it's 5%, but it's soon going to go back up to 20% for the hospitality sector, which means out of the £100 that you was charging, you might have to pay 20, which means you're only getting 80, okay? So that's really, really tricky. VAT, can't give accountancy advice, not financial advice, speak to your accountant. But look, this is something that you need to take into consideration. As you grow, your income will be VATable. So once again, make sure that you've got the ceiling to increase the rates to absorb the VAT. In terms of online travel agents, your average commission is going to be around 15%, okay? Particularly once you've incorporated a channel manager into your SA, because now they're like, it's going to be 15% standard. On Airbnb, depending on your cancellation policy, will depend on what percentage they charge you and what percentage they charge their guests. But for me, as soon as you've got a channel manager, they're going to charge us 15%, okay? So what you need to do is you just need to make sure that instead of charging £100, you're charging 115 accordingly, to make sure that you can account for that. Sorry if I'm losing you, I know it's figures heavy. If you're enjoying this content, hit the like button. Number 5, don't worry, don't lose hope, okay? Because the great thing about SA is you can alter the rates. So you want to get a calendar of your local area, and if you've got a big festival or some football games or cricket games or, you know, some big attractions, make sure that you hike your rates up for those dates to then give you that extra boost. Christmas, New Year, Halloween, Easter, all times where people will be willing to pay more. So even if at times you're earning a little bit less, you can make up for it on these sort of holiday seasons to maximize your cash flow. And finally, the longer your listing's up, the more reviews you get, the more momentum you get. There's 2 things that's going to happen. 1, you're going to get more direct bookings, so you're going to avoid the OTA fees. And 2, you're going to be able to slowly increase your pricing because they're going to see all these 5-star reviews and they're going to be like, we want to stay here. If you find content like this useful, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.